Many people in the martial arts world like to say that it's not about the style, it's about the practitioner. And I feel there's a good spirit behind it. It's said in, there's very good intention, but it's absolutely completely wrong. It's objectively bullshit, and it's even dangerous to try and teach that young people because it stops progress. Okay, so if you're a traditional martial artist, that's fine. I love traditional martial arts, but you always have to be honest, and the same is true for modern martial artists. Okay, every martial art has a specific goal, specific things that it's very good in, and specific things that it is not very good in. It is not mainly about the practitioner. So let me give you a couple examples and then test the argument logically. Okay? So if you train in boxing, no matter how good you are and no matter how talented and whatever, you will never learn how to kick. It's not about the practitioner, it's about the style, because boxing does not contain any kicks. That seems logical, right? And you will never learn how to defend against kicks either, because in boxing there are no kicks. So it's not about the practitioner in that case, it's about the style, because every style has limitations. Likewise, if you are a wrestler, you will never learn how to box, because it's the style. So you need to see that every style has limitations, okay? And if you train in some traditional style, many of them do not have sparring, and that comes with specific limitations that are not a burden of the practitioner. They are within the style, there are inherent limitations of that style, okay? Now, what consists a style? We need to have a look at that, okay, before we go further into the argument. A style consists of specific movements and specific training methods on how to achieve them. Okay, the style is not just like boxing is not just the jab. Boxing is how you train boxing. And that is much more true even for traditional martial arts. That argument that it's not about a style, it's about how you train, funnily enough, mostly comes from traditional martial artists, but many traditional styles have a curriculum that is set about how you train. Okay, like when you train, you karate, you gotta train kata. Okay, or you disagree with the people who like actually founded that thing. Okay, if you train judo, there are rules about what is judo, and the man Jigoro Kano himself, who founded judo, made those rules. So the guy who founded judo, who put the name on it and the curriculum, he said that is judo. And if you disagree with him, you kind of don't do judo anymore or do something else, or I don't know if you still have the right to call it judo if you disagree with Jigoro Kano. Okay, so if you train a style, you have those specific movements, specific training methods. Now a movement, okay, have a look at it. A movement can be biomechanically sound or not. It can be better or worse for the specific goal you have. So if you want to punch somebody in the face, that's a set goal. You want to punch him, you want to knock him out, maybe without hurting your hand. Okay? And there are some movements that make more sense than others. Okay? Some styles have punches that are not as good for a fist fight as other styles punches, okay? Some styles have punches that are the way they are because the actual original focus of that style was weapons. So the way you use your hands would be the way you would use them with a weapon. Because like without weapon would be like 5 or 10% of the style. Okay? So because a martial art is a specific way of using your body, there are ways, there are movements that are superior to others, that do more power, that generate more power, that are quicker, that are faster. If you disagree with that statement, okay, then you don't need technique at all. Okay? So even the argument that it is not about the martial arts, well then skip it. Drop it. Drop the martial arts altogether, right? Because it's not about the martial art. So, right? So to test an argument, lead it ad extremum. That's like if you say, if you want to race me with a race car, it's not about the car, it's about the driver. That's obviously bullshit. If you have a faster car, you get a better chance of winning. And even more obvious, if you say it's not about the car, well then drop the car. Forget about the car. Don't take a car at all if it's not about the car. Maybe it is about the car after all. And maybe it is about the martial art after all, because with a martial art, you surely have an advantage. If you disagree, stop training martial arts. The second is, the martial arts contains a system of how to train those movements. Again, if you disagree with that, that's kind of what the martial art is. Okay, if you're training wrestling, it has some parts of it that are the same all over the world. You go there and you wrestle. That is what wrestling is. If you train boxing, there's a specific rule set of boxing, and it is about boxing competition. If you compete or not, that doesn't even matter. But that's a way of how to train boxing. You use gloves, you punch with specific rules, and you do sparring and stuff, okay? And whatever you do, okay? And if you train karate, you have specific stances, specific movements, and you train kata and all that thing, okay? And in some other styles like that, there's some absolute nonsense styles even, like, have you seen that Russian thing in? Or that yellow bamboo stuff, or that no-touch knockout stuff? Those are styles as well, right? Okay, many of you disagree and say, well, not those, obviously. But that was your argument, it's not about the style. So then go and train yellow bamboo. You're the same practitioner. Okay, it's the same you. And you're telling me you'd be the same effective fighter if you train the style that you train right now, or if you train yellow bamboo or that Russian kapachapukiching for real, or like the made-up style of some guy in his garage who had like his only training was jerking off and watching Hong Kong movies. You're telling me training that style would be as effective as training the style you do right now? And once you realize that, you have to realize that between absolute bullshit styles that do nothing and your style right now, right, there's styles in between, and maybe there's even styles that would make you a better fighter with the same amount of training. Okay? And there's other styles that would make you reach other goals faster. Maybe if you wrestle a lot, you have a high chance of really destroying your body. Because wrestling usually does not include anything of like taking care of your body, because they don't care. Once you're 30, you just drop out, okay, and there's new guys coming up. But if you train Tai Chi, it's very likely, because the training methods are aimed at keeping you healthy, improving your health even, and having you healthy at a very old age. That is not about the practitioner exclusively. It's a lot about the style you are training. Because Tai Chi has the tools, it contains the tools of training your body and mind to be healthy. And many other arts do as well. Some arts even sacrifice a bit of fighting effectiveness for maintaining better health. Okay? Some arts sacrifice fighting power for a wider variety of training, maybe improving physical health, mental health, or training weapons that are very much even outdated and not in use anymore. Okay, like it's very unlikely that you'll ever need to be in a butterfly knife, like those Wing Chun butterfly knives, or a katana fight or whatever in your whole life. They are fantastic for learning how to move your body and whatnot. Okay, and there are other styles that are very specific about self-defense in an urban environment. And they will probably not make you as effective in a competition. Not because they will tell you because their techniques are too powerful. That's not the reason. The reason is because they are aimed at people who will not like to train 5 times a week and destroy their body in 10 years. MMA is. Okay? They are aimed at somebody who wants to have minimal training for maximum effectiveness. So it's efficiency in training. And so every style has a niche, and you just need to be very honest and very careful about what niche are you choosing for your specific goals. And then you will find the best martial arts for your goals, and you will never be jealous and try to make up some bullshit arguments to justify your choices. Okay? So hope that helps, hope that clears it up. If you disagree or agree or whatever, drop a comment and I'll be happy to get back at you. See you next time.